So one of the things that we spend an awful lot of time on away from this radio show is assisting the families of police officers who've been killed in the line of duty. We also publish the First Responders Bible, which is a King James version with a spiritual fitness manual that we send to first responders all over the world. And Joey Hudson is the director of our foundation. Joey is well known to South Carolina radio audiences now because he has become a must-listen-to morning show, The Morning Answer, on 94.5, The Answer in Greenville. He airs the show every morning. He's a longtime advocate for law enforcement, been a board member of Crime Stoppers, and he's the executive director of the Gallagher's Heroes Fallen Officer Fund. He joins us on our guest line. You know, as if you and I don't talk enough, you got to talk to me on my radio show, as I talk to you on yours every morning. How are you, my friend?
I am good, and it's always a pleasure to join you, Mike.
Joey, it's unfortunately under difficult circumstances to talk about these two officers who were killed over the weekend in McAllen, Texas. Boy, the McAllen community is just devastated by this awful loss.
Yeah, and it's just another one. They're all unnecessary. But when you hear of this story, these two officers, Officer Garza, he's 45 years old, an 8-year veteran of McAllen. Officer Chavez, 39-year-old, had been in law enforcement 2.5 years. He had a career as a coach and a science teacher. Prior to that, he chose to change his career to go into law enforcement. And these two officers, they get a call about a disturbance in the area. They go to the door. The man opens the door and he shoots them. It's an ambush.
That was an ambush. And police officers, we talk a lot about officers, the word ambush. Remember a few years ago in downtown Dallas, Texas?
Oh, yeah.
Five officers slaughtered. I mean, just in cold blood. Joey, just take a minute and talk a little bit about our foundation and the way listeners have lifted us up by supporting the families of police officers and sheriff's deputies and law enforcement officers who have lost their lives.
Well, over the years, Mike, we have been able to assist over 600 families. And again, that's way too many officers that we have lost over the years. But we're able to get financial assistance to these families in their time of need. There's no strings attached. And I remember years ago when we started this, and you and Denise came up with the idea. And the big thing was that we were able to get financial assistance to these families with no strings attached. And I remember you and Denise always talked about if they want to go to Disney World or whatever they want to do with it,
right.
That's the purpose of this money. And so we try to get it to them as quickly as we can to help them out through tough times. Obviously, doesn't replace their loved one, but it does let them know that there is a nation of people, and now more than ever, who are out there who support what these men and women do every single day to keep us safe.
That's what I mean about the steely resolve, the quiet, effective resolve that people can have instead of being angry, instead of screaming and yelling and frustrated. Go, support these families. You can go to Gallagher'sHeroes.org to make a donation to support. And we're gonna support these two families in McAllen, Texas, like we try to make an effort to do with every single family who's lost a loved one. And to really, if you want to get angry, how about the daughter tweeting out the day her dad was killed, Blue Lives Matter, and the mob went after her online.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you say something like that? Gallagher'sHeroes.org, or you can call 888-99-I-GIVE, 888-99-I-GIVE, or just go to MikeOnline.com. You'll see the Gallagher's Heroes banner there. Joey, Executive Director of Gallagher's Heroes, thanks for all the efforts you put in, and keep fighting the good fight, my friend. It's great to hear your voice.
Thank you, Mike, and thanks to your listeners.
You bet.